Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Intraday Trade. My name is Robin, and let's begin our Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So, before beginning the analysis, let's just see what happened today. So, today we saw a sharp recovery from both Nifty and Bank Nifty when it opened gap down. Okay, so uh, that is a point which I think in the yesterday's analysis we just missed to discuss what should be the plan if we open with a deep gap down. So if you check Nifty and Bank Nifty, it opened somewhere close or even lower to the targets that we planned yesterday. So that means whenever if people are short and it is opening at the target, so chances of booking of profits and subsequently a short covering is always possible. Okay, so let's just quickly see what is the kind of candle that has formed today. So if you look at this particular candle in Nifty, okay, so this is the piercing pattern. Okay, piercing pattern, or you can say piercing candle. So this is a bullish reversal candle, and if we similarly check out Bank Nifty also has piercing candle. So what happened in a piercing candle is market may have a candle like this, and next day market opens gap down and people start booking their profits, and the candle comes on the higher side and closes somewhere above 50% of the previous candle. So that particular candle is known as a piercing candle. So that is a kind of candle that has formed in the daily chart. And apart from that, Nifty and Bank Nifty both are trying to form a double bottom kind of pattern. So but this double bottom will be only valid once we cross this high, is when we can expect this as a double bottom and a short term trend reversal. Because if we previously check here, we again had a double bottom here. We did break the neckline, however Bank Nifty and Nifty both came down heavily. So whether this time that could happen is something which we cannot say at the moment, but we will definitely keep on reviewing it on an everyday basis and see what happens next. So that's all about what we did see today. And now let's quickly check on the participant wise open interest. So if you look at participant wise open interest, FIs have some quantity of future buy, okay, and they have a lot of call long, which is about 80,000. So this is not a small number. So definitely FIs are bullish, and instead of taking put shots, they have call longs, which means that they are expecting a gap up. So if they're expecting a gap up, then we may not be able to trade well. But in case if we open flat and then if it moves up, then definitely you can think that we are with them and we could also enjoy the rally that can happen tomorrow. And they have some put buy. Okay, so this could be some hedge positions. And if you look at Pro Desk, they have 18,000 call buy, but they have a good amount of put shots, which is about more than 1 lakh quantity. So this is something we haven't seen for the past so many days. So today we are seeing some good bullish positions by both FIs and pros. So this is all about the data from the participant wise open interest. So it is clearly visible that the trend can still remain bullish. Now the next thing is the option chain. So If you look at the option chain, just look at the change in open interest that I'm showing here. Okay, so a lot of call side we could see unwinding or short covering of the shorts that was already there in the call side, and we have seen fresh put writing which is very strong. Okay, so right now, as per today, we just had 25 lakh open interest on the call side and about 40 lakhs on the put side. And similarly, if we look at the total OI, the total OI happens to be on the call side, it is about okay, it is about it looks like 1 crore 18 lakh 59,525. Yes, that is the total open interest, and on the put side it is about 1 crore 45 lakhs. 1 crore 4 lakh 57,375. Okay, so overall, the if we look at the total open interest, the put side is almost equal to the call, but as per today's data, definitely the market was bullish. That was visible on the price action, as well as if we see the put writing, it is quite heavier. And we also discussed that people are holding 35,000 straddle, so that still remains the same. We discussed that their range was 34,300 to 35,700, and today we opened somewhere close to this range and we immediately recovered. That means there was hardly any chance for anyone to even do any sort of adjustments. But if people have not done any adjustments, then definitely the straddle has given profit on the same day itself. Okay, and people are continuing to hold it, so let's see how it works. And now let's just quickly check open interest of Nifty and Bank Nifty in the Opstra. Okay, so preferably Nifty because we saw Bank Nifty. So Nifty has a strong support now at 17,000. So I really appreciate the 17,000 put writers because they went through a lot of pain. So each and every time market was opening gap down, it was breaking 17,000 like anything, and still they kept on their patience and they finally won the match. And now we can see there's a hell lot of writing at 17,000. So there are call writers present here. So what would happen is, in case of any dip, these call writers would exit their positions. And if you look at further until this place, if I scroll this a little down, so we have seen some call unwinding happening until 17,250. Okay, so until 17,250 we have seen some call unwinding. So that means people present at 17,200 250, they feel that Nifty can come up to that range once. Okay, and let's quickly check out Bank Nifty too. Okay, this is Bank Nifty. Okay, yeah, so if you look at Bank Nifty also has a very strong support on the downside. So after a long time we have seen such heavy writing on the put side, and 35,000, as we discussed, we could see some straddle and resistances ahead. It is not that strong. We have strong resistance at 35,500 and 36,000. And if you all checked out my weekly review video, we already discussed that for Bank Nifty the range is up to 34,000 to 36,000. So looks like Bank Nifty is planning to trade the lower and the upper side. So I think last week we also discussed that Bank Nifty was entering a volatile range, so we may see strong moves here, 1,000 points up and 1,000 points down, and that we are already experiencing it. So looking at the option chain data, yes, market looks bullish and there is more room for upside for tomorrow at least. So let's see how we can plan our trade looking at the charts. Let me move to a shorter time frame, 15 minutes. Okay, let's quickly check out Bank Nifty first. So if we look at Bank Nifty, Let me just zoom out a little. Okay, so we had a gap here. Okay, so let me just mark another line here. Okay, 35,700. 35,600. So it looks like we have a lot of lines, but what I'm trying to say here is, see, last time we fell from this place, which is around 35,400. Okay, from 35,400 we straight away went to 34,200 today. So this area is a supply zone. Okay, so what would normally happen is, as we checked, we could see a piercing candle on a daily chart. So what should be the entry when you see a piercing pattern? So your entry is, for example, this is my red candle. Okay, and then we have, say, a green candle like this, which is a piercing pattern. So the entry of the piercing pattern is when we close above the high of the previous candle. Okay, that becomes our entry. So the only thing is, if you have to take an entry positionally, we need a daily candle close above this candle. So tomorrow's candle should be something like this. Then we can expect some further up move. But is that possible? It definitely looks a little difficult since we have a lot of supply zones ahead. So the first supply zone that we will meet is this 35,400 450 area, and then immediately we have this gap. So this time Bank Nifty may try and fill this gap. So this gap range we can consider about 35,500 to 35,700. Okay, so any reversal here we can definitely go for a short opportunity, and the best thing to short is, in case if we open gap up around 35 450 500 tomorrow, then we could see a quick profit booking, which can come down with a momentum. So that is one area where you can plan a put, but otherwise put is not advisable, because just imagine we have a lot of buyers here, and sellers stop losses would be somewhere in this range. So until and unless we do not reach this area, these people will not react. Okay, and so tomorrow, in case if we open gap down, say below 34 900 or 800 something, then there are buyers everywhere here, so everyone will defend the positions. So if we open gap down, then the market can turn volatile and it can trade within a range. Okay, and in case if we open flat, okay, so we will, it is going to be simple. So we will just mark this particular high. As soon as we close above this high, we will immediately go for a call long, and our first target would be around 35,500, because this time I'm expecting it to test 35,500, because last time it couldn't, but this time we can hope Bank Nifty to reach 35,500 600 area at least for tomorrow. But for that we need to open flat, then we can enjoy this profit. In case if we open gap up at a target area, then definitely the market is going to come down like this, and then it will do some time pass and close something like this. So that can also be sideways tomorrow in case if we do a very big gap up. This is all about Bank Nifty. Now let's quickly check out Nifty. Yeah, so Nifty also we have piercing pattern. So above this high, which is 17,153, okay, just a moment. Yeah, so if we look at Nifty, we have supply zone around this place. Okay, so 17,200 to 17,350, or to be precise 17,200 to 17,300, because from here we gave a very big fall. which went up till 16,400 if I'm not wrong. So from this place, so 17,200 to 300. So this is something which Nifty might attempt tomorrow. Okay, so because that is our next supply zone, so Nifty will face resistance only at that place. So in case if we open flat in Nifty, so this is a resistance 17,101. Okay, so this has already been marked on my charts. So Nifty just closed below it. It couldn't clear this resistance today. Just a second. Okay, we just moved to Bank Nifty by mistake. Yeah, so tomorrow in case if we open flat, so flat means within this area. Okay, and if we break this 1700, then we can go for a call long. Our target should be somewhere around 17,200 to 250, because in that place you should definitely book your profits, because that entire zone is a supply zone. So we can see a lot of selling pressure, and if you're holding your call positions, then you may see a strong dip like this, and that would affect your psychology unnecessarily. So better to book profit at 17,200 250, because see, we gave a strong rally today, so not necessary we may see that same kind of rally tomorrow. So just keep this in mind. Any gap down, market is going to be usually volatile, like we planned for Bank Nifty. And in case if we are opening at 17,200 or 250 by any chance, okay, I did not check HGX Nifty, but by any chance if it opens here, then we may see a profit booking up to the closing price of today. So keep that in mind. So this should be a plan for tomorrow. If we open flat and if you're coming down, please avoid any put position, because we will see support at most of the places, and that will confuse us unnecessarily. So totally put is unavoidable, only when it is opening with a gap up. Okay, so with a gap up is only when we are planning to go for put, but here we will not even think of any puts. So that's my plan for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So the data is bullish, market sentiment is bullish, and the price action is also bullish. So let's plan a bullish trade. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.